What are we doing? This creating awareness shit? I understand that creating some dialogue about things is important. We want to talk about fucking solutions on this podcast.
We're saying goodbye to the stigma around mental health with raw, real, and sometimes unconventional topics. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Guess what?
What's up?
You have your own podcast.
Guess what? No, I don't. You have your own podcast.
You're so happy for that, aren't you?
You have
You're
no
so
idea.
happy to not be like the man.
It's this is my therapy now, knowing that we're creating something and that we're adding new people and that we create a space that's not just Nick Murray and Cheyenne. Like
You're growing.
this is what it's about.
This is what it's about, is the growth. And Mind Muscle Pro. So I know how I explain this to people because I started posting stuff for Mind Muscle Pro. I started posting videos or just, hey, we're here. And people would ask me, what is this? What are you involved in now? And I would say, it's Mind Muscle Pro. It's a nonprofit. And it's kind of like your mind is your own muscle. And you need to do different exercises to make it as strong as it possibly can. What works for one person, somebody else isn't going to jive with. So if they don't do that exercise because they don't like it, their mind isn't going to get stronger. So Mind Muscle Pro is about how do you find what exercises work for you and your mind, and it's a way to find your happy. That's how I describe it to people. But this was your brainchild, literally. What is it to you?
I think you explained it perfectly, honestly.
Well, you're just so flattering.
It's but that's it. It's really pretty simple. We all deal with struggle in our life, and the solution to get through those struggles and find our happy is different for everybody. And it's become very evident as we progress and as we continue to meet people all over the world. Everybody has something that's their gym. For me, it's lifting heavy shit. For somebody else, it's picking up a guitar, and that's why it's so beautiful. And that's that's why I wanted this podcast, because what's important is that we not only look for solutions, but look for different kinds of people that everybody's going to resonate with somebody different. There might be somebody, you and I, we have kind of similar stories. The gym has been really therapeutic for us. It's helped us, tremendously through hard times. For some people, it's not their answer.
That's not their jam.
At all.
Not their ministry in life.
And that's cool. But it's when we have a diverse. We need a lot of different personalities. That's why we have you. That's why Alex. Alex was somebody. The cool thing about Alex joining this, and when we first started this project, I had to have videographers. I don't have the money for videographers.
They're expensive.
So I had to start reaching out to people, and I worked with Alex's wife, and she said, that's what he does. At the time, Alex runs some big security, like he's the head honcho for security for a big mall now. But at the time, he was doing professional videography, and when his wife showed me like what he does, I'm like, okay, I can't fucking afford this shit. But I get to talking to the guy. She said, just talk to him. And he's like, I'll do it. This is stuff that I connect with. We started talking about his story. I was blown away by it. And the more I got to know him as he was doing filming for us, the more I'm like, this is the diversity that I'm looking for. This guy is a veteran. He's a former police officer. Things that I know nothing about. I mean, running from cops when I was a kid. But other than that, it's a very foreign world. And it's a world that some people are going to connect with that aren't going to connect with me or you. And that's why it's such a beautiful thing. It's like the universe is just kind of connecting us with all these amazing different kinds of souls. And ultimately what I envisioned for this project, and it's all beginning to manifest, was that it wasn't a solo operation. This wasn't the Nick Murray story. This was the stories of a whole bunch of different people from a whole bunch of different backgrounds. I don't want people to think of, when people, hear the words Mind Muscle Pro, when they see our logo, I don't want it to be Nick Murray. I want it to be Laci and Mia and Alex and Cheyenne and all these different people from all these different places. I want people, when they hear Mind Muscle Pro, to think of a unit. This isn't there's power when we're doing something together. There's power when we connect in that way. And we don't have that ability on our own. We're so much stronger together, and that's not just some bullshit people say, because we've found that with this project. We're finding it every day when we connect with people that are from different worlds. We're connecting with a whole bunch of different people.
And you're learning new things along the way, because when you and Cheyenne went out to Arizona, and you told me up front, Lace, I don't know about this. This is kind of weird. Like, it seems a little whack. And you came back and you're like, whoa, that was so dope. That was so cool. So, like, you're getting things out of it, and you're getting to explore new sides of adventure, new sides of your own happy. But to be able to do and have those experiences and then share them with the world and say, maybe this is your happy. Maybe this is your passion. Maybe this is what you were called to on this planet that's going to fill your soul and make your cup overflow so that you can touch and help other people find their happy. And that's what I love about this project. So just so you know how I found you, I didn't come across you on social media. I didn't find you on swiping. It was very, you did some kind of a post that a friend of mine saw. And you said, hey, we're looking for people with a story. We're looking for people to talk to if you know anybody. And my friend sent that to me and said, hey, I just need you to check them out. Just look at it. I think it's a good value alignment, but you be the judge. And I went on, I was like, shit, this is cool. This is neat. This is something that other people aren't doing. This is something that isn't being offered to just the bare bone basics of what it is, which is, how do people who have been through shit find their happiness? How do people who have been through something hard, and we all have, right? We've all been through our something. Some people, some things are really hard, and some people, some things suck, but we've all been through something. So when you're going through whatever your something is, what is it that makes your soul come alive? When you're in the dark, what helps you find the light quicker than the last time you were in the dark? And that's what I love about Mind Muscle Pro, is that you guys take every walk of life into consideration. I don't think there's anything I could come to you with and say, Nicholas, I think this is an opportunity for somebody, that you wouldn't say, let's do it. Your minds are so open. You're so willing to go to these out there places. Like, I still want to do goat yoga. I still want to do goat yoga because of you. Like,
we're gonna do that.
We're gonna do some goat yoga.
We got to hit up Grady Goat again. Those are great people.
They
would love to have us, I'm sure.
They're just fun, and it's things that I'm like, I want to take my friends to this stuff. I want to try that. There's been things that you've done, like the whole Arizona trip. I'm like, I want to do that. I'm not in Arizona, but now I'm gonna look for opportunities in my hometown that co-align with that. So it's just, I think it's really cool. I think it's really unique, and honestly, I'm so glad that we connected in that roundabout way. I was thinking about it coming in today. You know, this is the first time we're sitting down. Microphones are on. Headphones are on. We are doing a podcast. It's super cool. How did we get here? And I kind of went through that, the walk of, you know, not just that initial interview and all of the cool, fun things we've been through since then, but how did it start? And it's just really neat because I get these stories from you every time you talk about somebody. Like you just now talking about Alex, about, well, I met him through his wife, but then this happened and this happened and this happened. I'm just like, dude, this is our dude. Like, how the universe is manifesting your dream for you. I think there's a story there, because I think, Nick, like 5 years down the line, we're going to look back and we're going to say all of these things just started happening, and it was so organic, and it just made sense, and it was effortless. And we're going to go back and we're going to go and be like, that was dope as shit.
It already feels that way in a lot of ways. I mean, when we first got on the phone, it's been a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, last December.
There's something that happens with everyone that we connect with, and we're like, we have to do more with them. And I mean, every time we interview somebody, there's some power in it, and it's amazing. But like with you, we talked a couple years ago, and I knew that like we had to work with you. I knew it, and I didn't know when, I didn't know how it was going to happen. And you know, we've done an interview with you since, and we've done a bunch of cool, fun stuff. But I knew that there was more to our connection and your story. I remember how moved I was when we talked. I get goosebumps when I talk to people. Alex was the same way. Alex was a little more reluctant because yeah, the guy is a professional. He's working, and he comes from a world that's very, very difficult to talk about. And you can ask him. I for years have been like, you're a bigger part of this, man. You have to be like, there's you have to partner up with us on this because there's a voice that you have.
Always
that
powerful.
It's amazing. And he's like, all right, man, all right. Like, he doesn't have like this. I don't think he has a desire to just be on camera, but the cool thing about him and the way I got him is he's passionate about helping people. As a police officer, he was like that. As a person, he's like that. And, you know, I kept saying, you know, come on. And then we got him to do an interview. And then when this started to manifest, but it's been like that with everybody. And you're right, we are, but we're already looking back on it. Cheyenne, perfect example as well. Cheyenne was messaging me from St. Louis, and we have a lot of people that message and like, oh, I just want to help, and beautiful thing. But I don't even have time to respond to all of them. For whatever reason, I got on a phone call with her, and she's been
Your right hand.
she's been more than my right hand. She's been, we call her the heart of Mind Muscle Pro because she has brought this to a level that I couldn't have by myself, and now we're doing that same with this, with you hosting this. You know why I asked you to host this? Because of what we're doing right now. I'm not great at this.
You're fantastic.
I'm
Shut your face.
mediocre at best, and I'm not that comfortable with it. Like I like talking a little bit, but we see this charisma in you, and we're like, we have to have her speaking. I pay attention when you speak. I pay attention when Alex speaks. I pay attention when everybody speaks to an extent. There's a lot of people that bore the fuck out of me, if I'm being honest. It takes something to catch my attention, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to catch people's attention. We have short fucking attention spans. We want to connect with people, but we want to do it in a way that caters to short attention spans and to how the world is now. And you guys have this power that you admit, and we recognize that, and we're like, can we get them to do this? Are they going to do this shit? And we're so thankful that you are, because this is what it's about. Mind Muscle Pro is about diversity. It's about connecting with people from all different walks of life, and by doing that, we can find people's happy, and we can find our own as well. This has been so fucking therapeutic for me. Sorry, I keep saying fucking. Hey, this is our shit. I can say whatever I want. But Arizona, perfect example of that. We go out there. A lot of it's like hippie weird shit to me.
I love hippie weird shit.
I do too, but I don't know that I really believed in it until we experienced it. Like craniosacral therapy. Like, come on.
I don't know that I could say that 3 times fast.
I say it wrong. I always get it backwards. Or anyway,
I'd probably understand it better if you did.
Everything that we encountered out there was fucking powerful, and it was foreign to me, and I think it's foreign to a lot of people, and that's what we want to expose people to. You know, we can tell people all day the gym is when you exercise, endorphins get flowing. It's a great fucking thing. Again, it's not for everybody. And being able to expose people to things that aren't common knowledge and aren't just conventional therapy is what this is about. We're creating a space that promotes, you know, every modality, whether it be weird unconventional shit or things that have worked in my life, you know, the gym. So it's dope.
What I like is that there's always a new brainchild when I speak with you, when I speak with Cheyenne. There's always something new on the horizon. Now, right now, it's this podcast is the new shiny thing that you've been chasing. You've been researching podcasts for, what, 3 years, you said. So this is the new fruits of the labor. But what I like is, you know, I could see this evolving because like you and Alex and Cheyenne, you're all like, we've talked enough about mental health. We've talked enough about it. Where are the solutions? I know we're going to find solutions here. I know we're going to help people here. But what I can see Mind Muscle Pro expanding into is having these little groups. Like maybe it's in St. Louis, maybe it's here in Tampa, but we do Mind Muscle Pro group days where as a big group, you can sign up and we'll all go to goat yoga together. And you can go with a team. You don't have to go by yourself. You can go with people exploring something new. Maybe it's, hey, we've got a travel thing coming on. We're going to, you know, we're all going to stay at this hotel. We're going to do this. And then we go as a group out to Arizona and we get to experience some of this. If you're interested, if you heard about it on a show, if you saw it on social media, and this is something you're interested in, we're going on these dates over here. Come join us. Let's have a fun, cool time. Meet new friends that are not afraid to talk about what they're going through, but also more importantly, are actively searching for solutions and saying, yeah, I've got shit that I'm dealing with, but I'm going to have fun in life and we're going to figure it out together.
I absolutely love all of that, and that's it. That's what it is. Like, I think about if I had access to that when I was in my darkest days. If there were a bunch of people, our group is dope as fuck. I'm gonna just be fucking honest. I don't care what that sounds like. We are a bunch of people that are very different, but we're all about lifting others.
Mm-hmm. What did Cheyenne told me today? We're a mess in this together. We're a mess together.
Absolutely. And it's this cool thing that, again, if I was connected with that when I was in my, if you said, hey, there's a group over there, they want to make you fucking feel good. They're weird, they're crazy, but they want to bring some happiness into your life. Just being around people that are genuinely trying to lift you, we don't have that. I didn't have much of that in my life. And I don't think most people do, frankly. I think people are around people out of obligation. People are around people that are their friends to an extent, but they're not really. They're just not. They're not.
Well, there's also some stigma, right? Like, so if I came to you and said, hey, Nicholas, there's this group over here. They're dedicated to just helping you feel happy. You're going to go, is this hippie? Are these Jesus people? Are these, and that's not like, I'm a Jesus person. Okay. So it's not no hate, but I'm saying there's always, why are they? What's in it for them? What are they getting out of it? We're healing too, buddy.
Yeah.
We're healing too. We're going to go and have a great experience. That's what we're getting out of it. You want to come with us? Let's go. And I think that's what this is for me, is there's people who, they're not like me. They're not like me. I'm not like Alex, but I'm like Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like you, although we could get in the gym and have a real good time, you know, but I'm like you. I've got things that I'm dealing with and I'm struggling, but it's okay and it's fine. And you know what? Even in the midst of that, I can watch something that you've posted and be like, that's cool. I need to try that. That's going to make me feel better. Or actually, you know what? That kind of reminds me of so-and-so. I'm going to send that to them and help. Maybe that makes them feel better. And that's what I really pull from this. And what I'm hoping other people get is, you know what? One episode of this podcast or one interview on the social media, that may not resonate with you. Stay with us. Stay with us, because something is going to hit you hard in the heart and something is going to make you go, wow, I can use that. Like speaking with Alex, I can use the 80% rule. And if you weren't here for that, or it hasn't posted yet because this is all being recorded in a really weird order, then the 80% rule, you don't give 100% when you're mad or when you're fighting or when you're trying to do something. You give 80% and you leave room for error so you can correct when you missteer. Like, I'm going to take that with me for life, right? Like, I'm going home with that. And I'm probably going to share that with a lot of people. So the goal here is stick with us. You're going to get a nugget. You're going to get a nugget that's going to help you, or you're going to get a nugget that's going to help somebody you love. And that's the goal of this podcast, is to just provide nuggets of happy and help people find that in their hearts and their soul and their daily life and get out of the darkness a little sooner than they did last time.
I think you nailed it. And that's...
Now, when we were talking about getting a podcast up and running, you were very specific that you did not want to be another mental health awareness podcast. You didn't want to just talk about these sob stories and this. So what's the vision for how this is going to really play out? Like, are we going to sit here and interview people and hear about, oh, I went through this whole tragic thing, or are we're going to talk about some real shit?
I feel like, in my experience, there's some amazing mental health podcasts. I've been a guest on some amazing mental health podcasts, but they weren't me.
Yeah.
I don't think they were us, if I can be bold enough to say that about our group. I want it to be raw. I want it to be unfiltered. And I don't want to tiptoe around shit. I think that there's a lot of people that have mental health podcasts that are doing great things, but they're specific to an audience that isn't exactly a lot of our audience. I think a lot of the people that we connect with they want people that are messy a little bit. They want people that are fucking saying fuck and saying, you know what, this medication fucked me up. This doctor was an asshole. This therapist was an asshole. This person makes me feel like this. I don't like being around fucking people that make me feel like shit. I think there's a lot of conversation in mental health that's absolutely not being had on a large platform, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why we feel like when it comes to talking about mental health, it has to be a sob story and then, you know, I made it through in this way and this whisper fucking shit. I went through some bull fucking shit. I was in psychiatric hospitals. I got fucking treated like shit in them. I got put on a bunch of medications I didn't want to be on. I didn't get explained to why I was being put on them. I dealt with a lot of bullshit in the mental health field, and I don't want to fucking sugarcoat that shit. I want to be honest about what we're doing with I want to be honest about a lot of shit. I want to talk about that we have fucking veterans dying every day, and the only thing people seem to want to do about it is make a post that says, I support the troops. How are you fucking supporting the troops?
How are you supporting them?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
What are we doing? This creating awareness shit, I understand that creating some dialogue about things is important. We want to talk about fucking solutions on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's on our website. Mental health awareness, mental health solutions. Because frankly, talking about shit only gets you so far.
Mm-hmm.
Even with therapy, you know? I've been to conventional therapy. It did me some good. It really did. You have to process things. But there are limits. You can't just process things and then life is fucking good. For me, I had to process things. I had to go in the fucking gym. I had to start meditating. I had to incorporate a lot of different things. And that's what I want it to be about. I want it to be about people helping others find solutions and speaking about it in a way that fucking adults speak. I don't sit around with my friends and have these
Kumbaya moments.
No. We're just like, yeah, you know, when we talk, we're fucking, something's fucking you up. What's fucking wrong with you? And it's limiting when we tiptoe around issues that are in our day-to-day lives. It's very fucking limiting.
So that's how this is going to be different.